The Food and Drug Administration granted an emergency use authorization for the first over-the-counter fully at-home test for COVID-19. This emergency approval comes 1 week after the FDA approved another non-prescription at-home test, but that one requires samples to be sent to an outside lab for confirmation. With the athome test, patients collect a nasal sample on a swab, and the results are analyzed with the use of a smartphone app, which interprets the results in as little as 20 minutes. The test has a 96% accuracy rating in positive samples from people showing symptoms. The company hasn't said when the test will be available for purchase. Well, another group of healthcare workers received Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine. The nationwide rollout continues as an FDA panel prepares to review Moderna's vaccine candidate. Fox's Casey Stegall has more.
Hundreds of hospitals unloading their initial shipment of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine today. Puerto Rico distributing its first shots 1 day after FedEx planes delivered thousands of doses. New Jersey also starting immunizations today. A nurse receiving the state's first dose, saying it's a relief after a long spring and summer.
Our ER is busy on a good day. When COVID came, it was the worst of our days. It was our worst nightmare.
Some 400 sites receiving deliveries today. Operation Warp Speed officials are planning hundreds of more shipments over the weekend.
I know that people have a lot of apprehension and fear about taking the vaccine, and my message to them is not to be afraid because the alternative is far worse.
Meantime, the FDA releasing a preliminary analysis of Moderna's vaccine. Officials confirming it's about 94% effective and presents no safety concerns that would prevent emergency use authorization. Data from late-stage clinical trials showed that vaccine may also prevent some asymptomatic cases as soon as the first shot is given.
We have the most transparent and the most regulatory approach to assessing the safety and efficacy of medical products, and it's so important with these vaccines to do that.
Just under 6 million doses of Moderna's vaccine will be ready to ship out if the FDA grants emergency use. That's the latest from DFW International Airport. Casey Stegall, Fox News.
Some interesting news about vaping. More and more teens say they've tried it in the past year. We're talking more than 16% of 8th graders, nearly 31% of 10th graders, and about 34% of 12th graders. That's the latest study from a study done by the University of Michigan, which has tracked teen vaping trends since 2017. But here's what's interesting. Even though the rates of teens who say they vaped in the past year has skyrocketed in all three age groups since then, teens who say they vape just about every day has gone down by nearly half in both the 10th and 12th grade groups in the past year.